Hi, this is a short tutorial to show you how to use EBSCO. EBSCO is a platform that hosts databases that the library subscribes to give you access to thousands of ebooks, articles, and other electronic resources that you can use to help you with your research. You can access EBSCO from Populi. There is a link under syllabus in every course. You can also find a link in SPC 101 under Library or from the library catalog. Once in, you may begin searching for the topic you are interested in. You want to use keywords to be specific, but not limit yourself too much. If you're finding too many results that aren't relevant to your topic or not enough resources, play with your keywords by adding, subtracting, or changing a keyword to find more results. You can also use filters to narrow your results. You can select to see only full-text resources, which means that you can access it right away. But unless your paper is due the same evening you're starting your research, it is not recommended, because you are limiting your results. If an article is not full text, but you want to look at it, click Request Item and fill out the form. Once you fill out this form, it will send it to me, the librarian, who will find a library who has a copy and request it from them. It will then be emailed to you once it arrives, which may be within hours. The other common filters you may use are peer-reviewed, which means the articles have been reviewed by other people in the field before given the OK. Be aware that clicking this will get rid of ebooks. You may also use date in this one. So it gives you past 12 months, past 5 years, or past 10 years. If you want a range other than these defaults, click All Filters and then Publication Date. You can go to Custom Range and type in the dates you want. The other common filter you may want to use is Source Type. From here, you can limit it to academic journals and ebooks and hit Apply. This will remove book reviews and other source types that aren't considered scholarly. Another feature that you may find useful is a Scriptures tab, which is over here called Atlas Scripture Search. When doing a biblical study like an exegetical paper, this can be quite handy. You can find resources on a specific passage you need. So for example, if you're doing it on Genesis, chapter 9, you can select that, hit Add to Search, and it will include that in your search. So it will show you everything that includes Genesis chapter 9. So you can select an entire book or expand to pick a specific chapter. Once you have found a book or an article that you would like to read, open it by clicking on the PDF, and it will open it for you. So if you want more sources with similar topics to the one you're looking at, simply click on the subjects. So for example, if you're looking specifically on drunkenness, you can click on that subject and it will show you all the articles with that subject. When you open a source on EBSCO, you might be overwhelmed by its size and struggle to find what you need. Fortunately, you can search documents very simply for the word or phrase you are looking for. So in a PDF, you can hit the Control and F keys at the same time and search for what you're looking for. And it will show you where it's all found in that article. For ebooks, there is a search feature up here where you can type in the word you're looking for and it will show you everywhere that word is found. If you decide to use a source, make sure to get the citation information. And the easiest way to do this is to click on the Cite tab. Scroll to find Chicago 17th edition Notes and Bibliography. From there, you can copy this and put it in your Word document, or you can click Export Citation and export it to your citation tool of choice, such as Zotero. You want to make sure that this information is the correct format and information that you need. If you want to save multiple books or articles to read later, create an EBSCO account in here This one you create by yourself. You can put it as the same information as your property stuff, but you will have to create your account. And then you can add them to a folder. You can save them or add them to a project. But you will need to be signed in if you want to save those folders. So that is the basics of EBSCO. I really hope this tutorial was helpful and taught you something you can use. And always remember, the library staff is happy to help you if you have any questions.